Drag It Kingdom, the new album, the first new album for 21 years. It started round a table, just as Freedom and Rain did 21 years ago.
I think one of the important things is that we've never lost touch with each other or each other's music, and we have played together sporadically, but we've never stopped doing it or enjoying doing it. And that was one of, for me, the most important things about making this album, was that this is good music. We enjoy doing it, and we know that what we're going to come up with is going to please not only us but the listeners. And from there, if you're given that premise to start with, then it's just a matter of arguing about material.
It was Alan Prosser, I think, for several years has had this idea of Bonnie Bunch of Roses framing the vocal in a particular way, and this galloping rhythm going on. And I can remember him bringing it, I think, to the first rehearsal.
First rehearsal, first song.
First song.
Yes.
And it was game on.
What a song to start with.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. I think that pulled us together as much as anything.
It did. I can remember Al Scott, the producer, saying, well, this one's definitely a flyer, this one's going. You loved it, you could sit the vocal.
Yeah, I love the song anyway, in whatever version.
And you could float the vocal.
And I've never sung it. Well, I mean, I have for my own pleasure, but never in a recorded way. And to be given this way of singing it, which is so visual, so graphic, that was, it was a jolly good way to start.
I think it was pretty tailor-made for us, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that was there right at the beginning.
I discovered Judith was a red-headed man some years ago and was fascinated by the imagery, by the superstitions contained within, just by that whole strangeness of it. Yet again, it's a kind of step into the apocryphal Bible, so beloved of traditional singers. But I had never found a way in which that I was convinced was the right way to play it. So that was one of my suggestions to the band, and it was toed and froed and kicked under the table a couple of times, but it wasn't going to take no for an answer. And eventually, I think the way that we've brought out the kind of almost Wicker Man-ness of it, but well, that's the fire image. Fire is such a strong image.
I took against it at one time, didn't I? I just felt this red-headed and this rather accusatory thing that was going on in it. Just as a lyric, we weren't doing it. We were just singing it very simply. It's got a nursery rhyme quality to it. At the same time, it's got this vehemence that I think, that very often ritual and seasonal things can have. I absolutely love it, and that to me is when it not only became ours, but I think the song became something else as well. It just takes on something else. I think it's just one of the great folk rock tracks. I really, really do. Really, within the band, we've always had this huge, I suppose, respect in a way, but a love of a sort of a darker rock, relentless noise. I suppose it started with the Velvet Underground, really, but Joy Division certainly affected us. I wouldn't say they influenced us directly, but something in British music was going on around that time, and Ian Curtis's writing. And for years, I suppose in the sense in a long, long time in the back of my mind, I thought we should do a version of that. And wouldn't it be nice if we could do a version with June? And we just didn't quite know how to do it till we arrived at that stripped down and very, very...
And that's the best way to do it, because the words are so strong.
Yeah.
And the emotion in that song is so tangible. And it's one's life. all there in those words, the hurt,
Yeah.
the resentment, the feeling of alienation, that determination not to let go, but at the same time real acceptance of the fact that it's gone. And by doing it so plainly, we got it. I think you can't underestimate the contribution that everybody in the band has made to this album, in terms not just of song suggestion, arrangement, seeing where an instrument can point up the lyrics. Ian Telfer doesn't say much, but my God, it works. It works when he does. The acerbic Aberdonian dismissal of something. Oh dear, do you really think so? Yes. It's
There
the
were 6 people
imagination
involved,
as well
all
that
the
both
way through.
Alan Prosser and Chopper,
Yeah.
Ray Cooper, brings to it,
Yeah.
and Dill's constant contributions
Yeah.
in terms of song ideas and just pointing up, listening. A drummer who listens to the words before he
Yeah.
bangs anything
Yeah.
with a stick. Now that's fantastic, and it all contributes to making Ragged Kingdom into the album that it is.
Love will tear us apart.